Hey guys, this is Leonore from CreativeCaution, and I'm going to teach you how to use your Polymer Clay and Craft Oven for the very first time. I'm sorry if my voice sounds kind of funky. I've been sick for the past week, and I'm still recovering from the sore throat, so please put that aside, and I will be more than happy to tell you guys how to use your oven. You will get an instruction manual that looks like this, and you're going to want to read through it all. I'll walk through some of the rules and stuff like that. For those who don't want to read through it entirely, there is some stuff I'm going to be leaving out, but just the major big stuff. First thing you're going to want to know is to use this on a surface that can withstand heat. This is granite, so it can definitely withstand any heat. And when the oven is on, you don't want to touch any part of it except for the handle, because everything else will be extremely hot. What you lay down inside of the oven when you're cooking something is something like parchment paper or Teflon. You do not want to put foil down. It will cause your oven to overheat and you will no longer be able to generate enough heat for whatever you're trying to bake. Stuff you do not want to bake inside the oven is cardboard, plastic, paper, or anything flammable of that matter. And you're going to always want to wear protective insulated oven mitts when inserting or removing items from the oven. And make sure that the cord, when you plug it in, isn't draping or touching any water. Depending on what you're making, you should follow the instructions on the box. For instance, I got this oven baked clay from Walmart, and there's some instructions on the back saying how to bake it. Depending on what kind of clay you have, you may have to bake it at a higher or lower temperature. But for this, it says to bake on an oven-proof glass or metal surface at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes per quarter of an inch thickness. When first using your oven, though, you're going to want to preheat your oven by turning the timer dial to 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my oven to 275 and preheat for 20 minutes. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there is some smoke, especially right here, coming out of the oven. See, there's some smoke coming off right there. That is completely normal, and it smells kind of funky, but don't worry, that is normal. Don't be alarmed by the smoke that's coming off of it or the smell. It's perfectly normal, so don't worry. Alright, so I've been preheating the oven, and it is now past the 5-minute marker over here. And I'm getting ready to put my stuff inside the oven. Now, I got a piece of parchment paper right here. Oh, and when you put stuff inside of the oven to bake, like for example polymer clay charms or something like that, you want to make sure that when you're cooking it all together, like more than one piece, that everything is about the same size. So you don't want to put something this big in with something this small. You're going to want the stuff to be typically the same size. Now we're just going to wait for the ding. There was the bell. Now we open the oven. Make sure to have a mitten. It is going to be hot. Now I'm going to take my charms. Place them inside the oven. Like that. And then carefully close it and set the timer for 15 minutes. And now we just let them bake. I would, just in case, keep an eye on what I am baking just to make sure nothing gets burnt or singed or anything like that, or something doesn't catch on fire. But this is pretty much how you do it, and I'll show you guys afterwards when I'm taking it out of the oven. Alright, so the bell just went off, and I'm gonna check my charms. Just like when checking an actual cake or cookies or something. I think they can go for about 5 more minutes. And I am now going to allow my charms to cool. I will let them cool for about 5 to 10 minutes.